What's going on with y'all?
Good. How about you? What's the issue today, sis?
What's the issue? I am so glad you asked that, Mila. Right.
You gotta let them be. You gotta let kids be kids.
You betraying. You betraying your significant other. I mean, regardless if it's just you took Miss Mabel down the street to go to Subway, you ain't telling me about it. Why you ain't telling me? What you and Miss Mabel got going on that I don't know about?
Who's taking Miss Mabel to the Subway, though? Okay.
Hypothetically speaking.
Makes them feel the same way. Driving
but
fast.
That's like McDonald's. Like,
yes. But I'm saying that's safe. Yeah, that's a safe option.
no. I thought you were gonna say something else. What? You don't even notice at the end like that double thing because I don't really know what I'm doing. That's what that is. Oh, hold on. You still muted. My bad.
You just had me on mute. That's rude. That's rude.
Your sister said she was mad because I cut her name out of the.
I'll be mad too.
That ain't my fault. They not here. That's not.
It's not. But we should have her as a special guest.
She said no.
One time. No.
I guess we will have to see. Maybe they will both be back one day. Because we don't not love them. We love them. Anyway, I just want to say today is the last day that I am officially, and I'm saying it for other people to hear, I am never getting DoorDash again. Today's it. That's it for me.
You should have not been getting DoorDash regardless because you spending $2,000 a month on DoorDash. It's not giving.
I just bought a $30 sandwich.
That's retarded. Well, yeah, that's retarded.
Who buys $30 sandwiches?
You and everybody else that's on DoorDash, apparently.
I'm not doing that no more. That's so stupid.
I could never. I'd rather go to Safeway and get one of them deli sandwiches.
For like $7. That's what I'm gonna do. And it wasn't no better than one of those. It was
gross.
I'm upset.
And the bread be all soggy by the time you get to the house.
I'm upset because it was $30.
That's what you get. Maybe if you take a walk down to the local Target.
A walk
down to the local Target. A walk.
Ew.
A little strut.
A walk.
You know what? We're gonna skip this and we're gonna say what's the issue. Because what's the issue? Walking.
Walking to Target. What? You know how far that is?
Girl, we be strutting it down to the Target.
I don't even understand what you're talking about. That's.
Walks help your life.
Why would you walk when you have a car?
This is
any sense to
but
me.
Not everybody has cars.
I mean, I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. If you have the luxury of having a luxury vehicle,
a luxury vehicle, eh?
Why would I walk? That doesn't.
Girl, get to the issue.
We ain't got nobody on here yet because we so inconsistent.
Yeah, because it's been 2 weeks since our last episode.
People like they ain't gonna do nothing, so we ain't even gonna show up.
Because you be posting shit last minute.
Listen, once I start to get a social media person, then everything will be what it's supposed to be. What it's supposed to be.
You already have one of
That's
them.
not. had a couple 3. That's not
A couple
really
three.
the point.
A couple 3.
A couple 3. That's not the point. The point is, I need help. When I get some help,
Get some help.
then
You're right.
we'll be more consistent with it, because then they could post on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then
that's why you got interns. Your kids working for free.
For free. I don't know any of those people.
Sometimes for free.
Well, then why are you always waiting on me to post stuff? You are on here too. This should be half of what you do.
I don't got girl. I don't even got none of the passwords to the internet sites. I don't got none of the.
Yeah.
None of the. No. You lying. You just not telling the truth. You fibber.
Not fibber.
You're
not calling your mama a liar. Wow.
I called you a fibber.
Already.
It's a nicer word. It's a nicer word. Why is it only black? Why is it always black? You don't like white people?
You want me to say that out loud?
Yeah, you might get canceled. What's not? Your government appointed FBI agents out there.
I'm not gonna say I don't like white people. I don't like some white people. I probably don't like more white people than black people.
You don't like more white people than black people?
I mean, there's probably more white people that I don't like than it is black people that I don't like. But right. In general,
you don't like people.
I don't like people. So,
because people be peopling.
People be peopling. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. So, yeah. Yes, it's always black for me. You know why? Because Rizza Islam says that we need to be about our people. And we need to start doing our own thing and segregating from the system.
You said what said that? You said what said that?
Rizza Islam. You ain't ever seen Rizza Islam's videos and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You should watch it. You should watch him, because
I thought you was on some Muslim stuff. So
he is. He's the Nation of Islam. He's like one of the second or third commanders in the nation, and he's like right up next to Farrakhan. And so now he's like doing like tours and stuff. Like he was just on Joe Budden podcast. He was on
that's weird
for him to be on Joe Budden podcast. He just had Umar Johnson on there too.
Who was that?
Oh, Jesus.
Who is that?
You don't know who Umar Johnson is? The Black Revolutionary?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I know who Joe Budden is, though. I just learned this year that nigga makes songs, though. I was confused as to why this man was on Love and Hip Hop.
How you didn't know Joe Budden was a rapper, bro? Like,
wait,
especially since I used to listen to his CD.
But look, I don't remember that. And I don't remember that. But somebody told me that, yeah, Joe Budden make music.
Bruh.
I did not know that song from You Got Served was him.
From You Got Served. Yes, that is one of his songs off of his one CD that I have.
I don't know. He pumped it up. I didn't know he pumped it up.
Yeah. He pumped it up, and he had like 12 other songs.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So
I didn't know Joe Budden made music.
That was his first career.
I thought it was just because he was with somebody that made music.
You thought that's why he was on Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah. I was confused. I never knew.
He first went on there with that girl, Tahiri.
Tahiri
didn't make music?
I don't know. I thought he was connected to people that made music. I didn't know he made music. I didn't know he pumped it up.
He was the hip hop of Love and Hip Hop.
They made that show for
Chrissy and
for
Joe.
Chrissy and
Jay. What's his name?
Who?
I said
Chrissy
Joe.
and,
That's not his name.
Chrissy and Chrissy and Chrissy and
Jim Jones.
There we go.
Oh my God! I did not. That was a difficult.
Girl, I could not place it at all. Where is Jim Jones? I wonder.
No, I don't know.
We stay love, no love.
I have no idea. Anybody? Nobody care about that. And then we don't care about them.
Yeah, I didn't know Remy Ma had music either until recently.
What?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not with the times.
How you didn't know Remy Ma?
I mean, I knew, but I could not name one of her songs off the top of my dome. Could never.
Lean Back. She was on Lean Back.
That's Remy Ma?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Who knew that? Who knew that? Who knew that? Who knew that? Who knew that?
People my age probably did.
Yeah, people your age.
Yes, that is Remy. That's Remy Ma.
Who the fuck knew that?
Everybody who knows Joe,
really?
Fat Joe songs. She used to
I
be on a lot of
Fat Joe. I only know a couple Fat Joe. I mean, he signed her, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who the fuck knew that? For real. Before Love and Hip Hop, who knew that? For real. Ooh. I mean, yeah, other than that.
Wow.
That was not supposed to be a shot. That was not supposed to be a shot. I mean, people other than you, because you grew up in a family that listened to music like that.
Yes, but in the 90s, in the 1990s.
The 1990s.
Everybody knew about everything hip hop. We was hip hop. We was hipping and hopping in the 1900s.
Yeah, but that's not the truth.
Everybody knew
because it take a while for it to get to the other side of the world.
Karina said last century. Yes, that was the last century. We're in the 1900s. Of just anything, because we're apparently we're ancestors and the elders now.
You said
people in our 40s.
However, the stuff that y'all was doing in the 90s was just recycled.
Recycled from what?
From centuries before.
When did they have hip hop in centuries before?
I'm not talking about just that. I'm talking about the outfits, the fucking stuff you was doing.
Okay, I mean
the freakniks. They used to call it a different thing. You know.
Yeah. See, we're 50. Some of us are old as hip hop.
Not me.
Not I either. Not I.
You are almost 50. You are almost 50.
I am not.
You closer to 50 than 40.
But there's years in between from where I'm at until 50.
But you're closer to 50 than 40.
Kayla is 23.
20? Oh, you almost forgot. Girl. Why was I finna say how she know my name, but it's on the screen?
She was born in the year 2000. Is that a millennial or is that a Gen Zer? Are you a Gen Zer?
I wouldn't be Gen Z. That would be Y2K.
But that doesn't have anything to do with those stupid ass generational things that people be talking.
Yes, it does.
You're a Gen Z.
No, I'm not.
Okay, we're gonna look it up. Let's look it up.
Look it up.
I believe
I'm not. I'm not
You
a
are
Gen
a
Z.
no, because the only reason why I say that is because every time I think about the fact that you was born in the millennium and you're not a millennial, because you're not a millennial.
But I'm not a Gen Zer either. I'm in between that.
Okay, let's see.
I'm in between that.
Generation
The year 2000 is all by itself.
names and years.
We in between that.
Okay, the silent generation. All right.
We were supposed to be dead. That's why.
Okay, so Generation X is 65 to 80. Millennials is 81 to 96. Gen Z 96 to 2020.
I don't claim.
Gen Alpha is 2013 to 2025.
I don't claim that.
They don't even have a Gen Y anymore. It's Gen Z. They skip Y.
I rebuke that demon. I don't.
You are a Generation Zer, so you are in there with the 2000 to whatever to 2012. That's what it says.
No,
they be different. They be different.
Gross.
They be different.
I don't identify with people my age.
I know, because you're an old soul.
I don't
even know what that means.
People
but
that's almost 30.
People that's almost 30.
Mm-hmm.
You said you don't identify?
I said I do identify. All my friends is almost 30.
Yeah, so he is a Gen Zer too. So you're in the same generation as a 12-year-old.
I rebuke that. All my friends is almost 30.
That's cute. That is cute. All your friends are almost 30.
Yeah.
Your best friend is 46.
That was a good one.
Wow, that was wow. That laugh. That was a little too much. It's a little too much.
That was good. That was nice. Very nice.
Whatever, bro. You ain't even. Anyway, let's get to the topic because you hurting my feelings today. I don't even know.
Not hurting your feelings after we done spent the day together.
That's fine. It's okay. It's all right. So anyway, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because people always think that I'll be bashing the black men. Because I do.
You be bashing men in general.
Because I do. Because they suck and most of them are trash. But so I saw this podcast.
A pure example of what they say you be doing.
I mean, they are. That is not my fault. It's not my fault that niggas be trash. That's not my fault. So listen.
But you can't. But not all black men are niggas. Let's just say that word though. Right now.
Okay, so here's the thing. And I'm here again. I'm finna be telling my business. Here's the thing. If I've had a lot of experiences with a lot of people, right? A lot. And I don't
say a lot like that.
I'm not gonna say how many, but it's been a lot. I've had a lot of experiences with a lot of male people. Okay. I've had enough experiences to be able to say that most are trash because most of the men that I have experienced have been trash.
No, you can say most of the men that you experience are trash, but there are 8.
I just said that.
9 billion people? No, you said you. No, you just said that you could say most in a general
of the men that I experienced
before that
are trash.
Before that. Yes, you can say most of the men that you experience, but you cannot say most of the 8 billion people in the world.
Listen, you can't just say, well, it's just the people that you attracted to when there's been a lot of people.
It is.
That's not the truth because
it is.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Who comes into my life?
It does.
They end up being trash. And so
because these are the people that you attract.
That's not my fault. It's not my fault that these people have this type of behavior. It's not my fault that these people have not gone to therapy. It's not my fault.
It's not.
That these
people.
Only reason
why they come
to
situation is your fault.
Only reason why they come to in my direction is because they need healing.
Because
and I'm a
you
healer.
give off. Because you give off this healing mama thing. Your energy. The Aries energy you be giving off.
Right, but that's not my fault. That's the astrological fault. That's astrology's fault. That's not my fault.
No, it's your experience's fault.
Anyway, I don't regret any of my experiences at all. There's some people that, you know, I would change maybe the way that we ended our situation, but outside of that, I don't regret any of it because it all taught me valuable lessons that I will take to my grave.
I regret some shit.
So
I regret some shit.
Anyway, this topic came up because I was watching some sister girl podcast. Everybody, you know, and it's funny because we doing the same thing, but everybody got a damn podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was watching some sister girl
podcast. It's just the
podcast
and TikTok dances.
I just don't think everybody needs a microphone.
But everybody wants to be heard and tell their opinions.
And I get that because that's exactly what we do. However, I feel like I'm an expert in some stuff because I went to school. And I studied. I studied people, and I know people, right? And plus, all my experiences, I know people.
Hell no.
But there's people who don't know people.
You cannot say you are experienced because you went to school.
Why I can't?
Never say that in a sentence to me ever again.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
Because you just basically explained why you were not experienced. Because you went to school with these books written by white men.
That's a good valid point.
These white professors.
But you know me, I don't do that. I don't follow what everybody else be saying. And I'll be studying stuff outside of that. And even when I talk to my clients, especially the black ones, I tell them this stuff ain't about us. Right. We need to figure something else out. Because this ain't got nothing to do with us. It's not even tested on women. So if you a woman going to therapy, most of the stuff that they are using don't have nothing to do with you.
It don't. Because they did most of their studies on the white community.
Yes.
It's not.
Mostly white men. Because black women and black people don't trust medical research. And I get why. Because and then, you know, maybe there should be more black researchers out there to be able to do what they need to do so that people can finally get the type of care that they deserve. But that's not going to happen because that would be too much But that's one of the things that Islam be saying. He be talking about how we need to get our own. He was even talking about earlier about mental health and talking about how mental health originated and how a lot of it was grounded in slavery.
And how, I don't know what you're talking about, but I seen one of this dude talking, and he was talking about, I don't know what Islam is, but he was talking about how it goes all the way back to slavery, that people are dependent on the white person, regardless of how many times they try to get away from it. They're dependent on white books and white money, basically, and white communities and white policing. But if we was doing that for each other, we wouldn't have these problems. But nobody wants to do it or put their mind to it because they're so dependent on white people say or white people's opinions. Or
not even just that. I think it's because of fear, because we're afraid that if we step out and do our own thing, that somebody's going to destroy it because they keep telling us how they can. Right? Remember Tulsa?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the 1920s. Oh my Jesus! You know what? It don't even matter.
Why don't you just explain it instead of calling me out?
I don't expect you to know it because they don't even teach y'all cursive. So I don't expect you to know what Tulsa, Oklahoma. But here's the thing. We don't even need to know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, because that, to me, is just one of the things that white people use to scare us into thinking that if we ever got our own communities again, that they're going to bomb them and burn them down. But that's what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the 1930s, I think. But there was a neighborhood. What that was Philadelphia. I think it was Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it was black owned, black run, black businesses, town. And then they bombed it or burned it down. They burned it down.
Mm.
The KKK burned it down.
Yeah, they don't teach that in school.
Yeah, of course not. So, and then they did it in Philadelphia too. There was a black neighborhood, black owned homes. All the houses were owned by black people. All black people lived there. They dropped a bomb on the neighborhood, burned up all the houses.
But this fear nowadays is so unrealistic. It's unrealistic. It's really unrealistic in my brain.
It is, but the whole point is to keep us scared.
All right, but if I was to get a gun, you ain't gonna stop me from doing nothing.
What does that have to do? Tell your kids to be quiet, bro. Like,
you keep calling them my kids.
Why are your kids so loud?
Why don't you ask them?
I can hear everything that she is saying.
What'd she say?
Get out.
Hey, yo.
Tell her to get away from the door.
Get away from the door.
Jesus.
Them is your kids. Don't even tell these people these lies.
Control your children.
Don't even tell these people these lies. You just said what my age was. My age is 23. I can't have no 10-year-old. I can't.
You got 7 kids. You can't have a 10-year-old. People do that all the time.
No.
They have babies at 15.
No, I didn't even lose my virginity at 13. It's not. It's not given.
That was information you probably could have kept to yourself because I don't really even need to know that.
I don't really care. Who gonna say something about it?
Anyway.
But you be saying this is our podcast. We can say what we want. But I can't tell my business on the podcast.
I'm just saying, as your mother, I don't want to be thinking about when you lost your virginity. Okay?
That's a lie. That's both is lie. Because you asked me, if you do it, are you gonna tell me?
Yeah, because I wanted you to come to me. I wanted you to trust that you could come to me with information because you were so secretive.
So that's a lie. So that's a lie.
I'm talking about now. I don't want to talk about that now.
But I have a child. I have a child.
Okay, I guess that is a little counterproductive. But
you just saw my child today.
Anyway, we be on here just doing whatever. We don't even be talking about.
You the one that keeps changing the subject.
Because maybe I just don't want to really talk about them. Because you
don't be doing it. You just think every man is trash.
It's very difficult to talk about something that you've had a negative experience with in a positive manner.
That's true.
And that's kind of why I was wanting to do that, because that was why I was seeing the Sister Girl podcast. They was talking about, well, what happens if we actually talk about what's good about Black men instead of talking about what's not so good about Black men. And I couldn't come up with nothing.
In most cases, the good outweighs the bad. I mean, you were a little different.
It does.
Yeah, in most cases, yeah. Because people don't realize niggas is human. People keep making these unrealistic expectations on what people are supposed to be like. And I don't get it. It's not given.
People are not supposed to be abusive.
No.
People are not supposed to be manipulative. Okay. Let me take that back. Not supposed to be, but most people are. Most
That's
people
how
are
the
very
world
manipulative.
runs. You use other people. You manipulate other people to get what you want. That's how the world works.
I understand that. But that's not okay.
No, nobody said it was, but that's an unrealistic expectation.
It's unrealistic expectation to expect that somebody is not going to, from day one, try to manipulate you to get their own needs met.
Unrealistic. Because a relationship is about getting your needs met and meeting somebody else's needs. That's unrealistic.
No, it's not.
That's unrealistic.
It's not
That's
supposed
unrealistic.
to. You're supposed to meet your own needs. And that person's supposed to meet their own needs. And then if y'all decide to build a life together, then you meet the needs of the couple. It's not like, and that's maybe where people get stuff twisted. It's like, you think that your needs are supposed to be met by somebody else because whatever holes you have inside of yourself. What needs you talking about?
I'm talking about things of monetary value type of shit. Not
like basic needs, like housing and food.
Yeah, like housing, food, sex. You know, things like that. Things like that.
That made me think about what happened today.
Things like that those are the needs that are met in a relationship. So that's unrealistic to say.
But that's not the only needs. People have emotional needs. People have. They don't?
They do. But you can't say that somebody else is not supposed to meet them needs.
Yeah, your therapist.
Girl.
You can't expect somebody to be your end all be all the time.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's unrealistic.
Your therapist ain't gonna meet your needs either.
Emotionally, you're supposed to meet your own needs by going to therapy.
Nigga, what?
What I say? I said what I said. Everybody need to go to therapy.
Meeting your needs, meeting your emotional needs.
Yes. No, I am through therapy.
But that's using someone. That's manipulating a situation so that your needs are met.
It's not using because I am paying her, which means she is getting something in exchange for what she is giving me. That's not using. When you're using somebody, they're not getting anything in return.
But giving somebody sex is paying them for something that you need.
I mean, I guess so.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
I guess.
Yes or no?
This is the thing I was thinking about the other day. It's all this talk about, women who want men to pay for things, and then the only thing that they're giving them is sex. Or if you have like a situation where one person is in a relationship and they stepping out in the relationship and they're being with somebody else, and you shouldn't do that because he's only using you for sex. But what if you're doing the same thing? If you're having sex with him and he's having sex with you, that's a fair exchange. Like there's no.
Depends on what type of sex it is.
I mean,
keep going. Keep going.
We wouldn't keep going back if it wasn't.
Keep going.
At least decent. Like, keep going.
Keep going.
It's very good.
Finish what you have to say.
Anyway, I'm saying people always have this misconception that if one person is getting more in the situation than the other person, then that means that person has more to gain or is gaining more than the other person, even though they're getting what it is that they need. But when it happens to when you're not getting your needs met and you think that this person is supposed to meet your needs, then that's where the conflict comes in, because you should be getting it met everywhere. Like if you get through family and friends and community and work and all of those things that make up your life is where you should be getting your needs met, and your partner should only just be one slice of your pie. I use the pie now. Of
course. But isn't that still using? Isn't that still manipulating the situation?
No.
It's not. How you don't think that it is?
No, because manipulation is when you do something purposely to make somebody do something that you want them to do because you want to control.
But it has to be somebody. It has to be somebody do something for you, because you're doing something on purpose to get your needs met, right?
If you are giving something to get something in return, that's reciprocation. That's not manipulation.
Depends on the situation.
Manipulation would be, I'm not going to actually put in any effort. I'm not actually going to do anything, but I'm going to make you think that that's what I'm doing because I want you to give me the same equal amount of effort. But I don't really have to do anything. I'm just making you believe that I'm doing something.
That's what I'm doing, right?
In order for you to be able to reciprocate or to give me what it is that I want, but I don't have to give it to you.
Right.
That would be manipulation because I'm trying to make you do what I want you to do, and I don't have to do anything, but I'm gonna make you believe that I'm doing something. This what we doing?
My drill sergeant.
All of these interruptions. You need to wrangle your children before we start this.
I should have put them in a cage. Should I put them in a cage?
Okay, no, let me not say that because I don't want CPS knocking. I don't want CPS coming to my door.
They're gonna be clocking us.
We already, being monitored.
But I'm gonna need to hear you uplift some black men because you still ain't did that. You still ain't did that. You still ain't did that. You still not doing it. You still not. You still keep passing over the issue. The real issue is why is it so hard for you to uplift black men?
Because I've seen so many crappy ones. It's very rare that I have seen a good one, and even a good one is not 100% good. Like, for example, I'm not saying that they're supposed to be 100% good. I'm saying, for example, somebody who has a whole family, right? Just had a baby a couple years ago. Wife has a whole little life going on, but was still talking to his ex-girlfriend about how they, he wanted to still be together while he got this whole, what everybody sees is this great, life going on. And you're not trying to give that to her. So why are you still talking to her? And then you get mad.
Because obviously somewhere in there his needs are being met. And her needs are being met, which she probably knows what he be doing. Her needs are being met.
He's always been a cheater. He's a serial cheater. However, the person that he was talking to, he still loves. But because they lived on the other side, different sides of the country, they weren't able to be together. He moved on and married somebody else.
That happens sometimes.
However, you purport yourself to be this great guy, but that's not being great if you talking to somebody behind your wife's back. That's not.
He's not great, but that don't make him the worst nigga in the world.
No, of course not. But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, even the ones that appear to be good are not always 100%.
Yes, that's wrong. However, you cannot knock or put every nigga in the bubble because of that.
He didn't cheat on his wife, but he had an emotional affair. We'll say that.
It happens. However, that's also the responsibility of the ex-girlfriend.
But then that's messed up for you to be promising the ex-girlfriend something that you're not going to be able to deliver.
But the ex-girlfriend knows. The ex-girlfriend knows. So the ex-girlfriend is also putting themselves in that position.
No, she bounced.
But the ex-girlfriend did not say. The ex-girlfriend did not say. You need to go be that good guy for your wife.
Yes, she did.
The ex-girlfriend
Oh, but she did.
But when? After y'all was talking for a while? I mean,
damn it. No, I mean, not like people couldn't have figured that out, but why you had to?
my
Shit.
bad, it slipped.
Man,
It
what's wrong
slipped.
with you?
It slipped after they was talking for a while.
Too late now. Put my business all out in the street. Too late.
Oh shit! It slipped. My bad. It slipped. It slipped. Okay, so
Since we talking about it now,
what
shit.
was I about to say?
Anyway, I held on to him because the time that we were together was very special to me because he, to me, was a great guy. He did a lot of things and he showed me a lot of things that he is actually a great person.
Yeah,
And
but that don't make him not a great person because he does stupid shit.
I know, I understand that, but I'm saying he is actually a really good person. However, because of the fact that we were on different sides of the country, we were not able to
So you
be
think
together.
that if y'all was, he would be doing a do
with me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Here's the thing. Most of the time when he calls me or called me, it was because of, under the auspices of you're my friend and I need to run this by you because I'm having a problem.
You don't do that with your friend.
I do. I'll be giving people advice.
That's your problem. That's your problem right there.
My advice was
that's why you attract the niggas that you be attracting.
My advice was to be the man to your wife that you are trying to pretend to be to me. Boy! Oh, God. Let him in so that people can see how cute he looked today.
Kenzo. Where my son at? Come here, booby. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here.
Where you find that binky? Where? Where was it at?
I did that.
Hi.
You say hi.
Hi.
You say hi. Say hi, BB.
Say it out loud.
Hi. Say hi, BB.
Why you so aggressive, bruh?
Say hi, BB. Hi, BB. Whoops.
Oops.
Say hi, BB. Hi, BB.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later.
Say please.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
He said he's not going away. He said this is our podcast now.
Okay. Anyway.
Tell BB she needs to stop. She needs to uplift the black man.
Okay, well, since you got so many uplifting words, tell us, Akayla. Tell us what's so great about them.
What's so great about black men in general? I don't know. Honestly, I can't speak for all black men. I know, only some of them is trash. Only some.
Some is enough.
Is it? I don't
It
think
is.
some is enough. I think that
it's more than some.
I cannot speak on black men because I don't know that many. I do not know that many. But I do know that I will be raising one, right? And I would want people to know that he is, sweet and caring, and he's well-rounded, and, he got his head screwed on straight,
Not right now.
Not right now, but we're going to get him there one day. But that's what he was talking about the other day.
Yeah, you need Jesus. Get out.
Get out. Bye. Go. Bye.
Yeah, he need Jesus.
Yeah, he do.
He trying to put his foot in the door.
He smacked his head on for. What we was talking about the other day is
Tell him to get him.
Yeah. Get the kid. What we was talking about the other day is people don't realize how strong some black men are, right? We was talking about, I don't know how we came. Oh, we was watching Queen and Slim. I was watching Queen and Slim with the kids. And have you ever seen that movie? Mm-hmm. And we was talking about the ending, right? But when he picked up the girl, she was dead already. They walked, right? And we was talking about having to explain that to our black boys, right? Like the whole conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And deciding like what's the best time to tell your kid about the black conversation, right? But we was realizing like black men go through a lot. I usually, not until now, but I usually don't see too many podcasts, sometimes now, not always. I see podcasts of people talking about relationships and the black woman, not usually the black man. Not in a good light. It's always talking about what black men can't do, what black men don't do, or what black men,
Which is why.
But nobody talks about the shit that they be going through. The fact that you have
what do they go through?
They've been going through shit.
The ones that I know put themselves in those positions.
You say that.
For example, the two supposedly accomplished black men in our family, right?
Who that? Oh. You know what? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
This is not my words. That's why I said.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Air quotes. Nita said she knows what I'm talking about. The two accomplished black men in our family, who one has raised daughters who have daddy issues because their dad was not around, but he thinks he's a great guy. The other one whose sons hate women because of the way that he talks about his wife. And he's raising two black men who didn't know they were black until they were
like 12.
12? 12?
Like 12, yeah. Like 12.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna
I'll
get in
say
trouble. We're gonna get in trouble.
And then there's the other one. We're not even gonna talk about him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even finna give him no platform. But I'm
Mhm.
saying those are the black men that we know.
Right.
Personally, right?
Yeah, but I
they
don't go off them black men. I don't.
But I'm saying they believe that they are wonderful people.
Mhm.
But every woman in our family, well, other than the ones who praise them and think that they're great, every regular woman, normal woman,
We don't have many of those
in our family knows different.
Yeah.
Right? We know the damage that they have caused.
Yeah, but we
to
also
people
don't
in our
get the
family.
same. We also don't get the same men as what the people are seeing. We don't get them same people.
We do not, and that's what I'm saying. People might say the black men go through a lot, right? But from the inside of our family, we can see that the things that they go through is a lot of things that they create.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of things that they don't create. It's also a lot of things that they do. I mean, I guess that's creating it, but there's also a lot of things that has happened to them that they could not control.
What?
Like they father's leaving, their mother's dying.
I mean, okay, I understand that, I guess. However,
taking on responsibilities that wasn't theirs. That's not that. There's a lot of stuff.
They don't want to listen.
There's a lot of stuff that people can't control.
I know who she talking about. Don't want to listen. Anyway. Yes, those types of things are beyond their control. However, there's just for example, the fact that your brother, what happened to him last night, is because of his creation, right? The way that he is reckless with his health, and now that it starts to become a question, now he's like, oh my God, I need to do something about it, even though everybody has been telling him to stop doing what he was doing because something is going to happen.
But that stems from something that he couldn't control, and the emotions that came from the situation that he couldn't control.
Which goes back to what I said about people going to therapy.
Girl.
I'm saying, so. Okay, example. Perfect example. Somebody right now that I know that I am. I be showing too much of my business. Somebody that I know right now. So we talk about what black men go through, right? Black men go through mass incarceration that is beyond their control. Black men go through all of the stereotypes. They are looked at as aggressive, even when they're not aggressive. They go to jail at a disproportionate rate. They get arrested. They get harassed at a disproportionate rate by the police. They get killed.
A lot of them get abused by their partners and are not taken seriously.
Yeah, they very much do. And they get molested as children, but not even really understanding that that's what molestation. They think that it's good. They think that what happened was good until somebody tells them.
Because people are telling them, "Oh yeah, I would be lucky to have that babysitter," you know.
Yeah, like somebody that said that they took down a 15-year-old when they was 7.
Right.
I took her down, nigga.
Right.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, they go through these things, right? But this particular person had a job, had a car, had an apartment, was working, was doing everything that he needed to do, was doing great things. Then this nigga, according to him, which I don't believe any of the story, but he buys a stolen car and he got caught and he went to jail, lost his apartment, lost his job, has to spend money now to go to court.
I mean, some of these niggas
and now
cut corners.
Now he's homeless, living in a shelter, ain't got no job, don't have no money. When he could have just not did none of that.
I mean, that's true. That's true, but that's not all niggas. That's not all men.
I'm not saying it's all.
Some of them.
I'm not saying that. I'm
Some
saying
of them be retarded.
there's a big majority.
Yeah.
And it's all because of what you said, because there's things that happen to them that they can't reconcile, that they turn into these thoughts of anger or whatever is going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they decide, this is how I'm going to react to it.
Yeah.
Even though I really am feeling some type of way because my mama didn't take care of me. And so now I'm about to act out.
But like you just said, they can't place that. Men don't think the same way that women do. They're not placing that. Half of the niggas block that shit out their mind and act like that shit never happened.
But you know who can?
A therapist. A therapist.
So if I have anything to say about uplifting Black men, what I'm gonna say is
go to therapy.
They need to go to therapy.
Yeah. Girl.
Yeah. Because and you need to go to a Black men therapist.
No, really, I ain't never seen one. Seen one.
But there are some. There's some here. There's a lot in LA. From what I understand.
But even still, sometimes you still get stereotyped by your therapist.
Look at this here.
We see you, D'Angelo. We see you.
He says he's here as a Black therapist. What he's saying.
We see you.
He's the Black male therapist.
I mean, not yet.
He's the one, the only one.
He's not yet. He's not yet.
He will be.
Not yet.
This year. He will be this year.
Not yet. we talking about now. We talking about in the near future. We talking about right now.
Him and Mr. French will be
the other one.
In there, they'll be doing their thing in at the end of this year. What? What didn't make sense?
She said talk offline. I still contribute.
Yes, he does a great job. He's a wonderful. Matter of fact, he teaches a domestic violence group for women. He teaches the women's DV group. And all the women in there, every time that I talk to them about how he is as a facilitator, they love it. I used to think that it was going to be like a barrier because women, DV and women.
It's the car.
They don't know what type of car he drives.
It's the car.
I was thinking it's going to be a barrier because women usually don't trust men after they've had domestic violence situation. But he's been really great in what he's done and how he has run that group. And so I want to give him flowers because he has really been good. And a lot of the women in there are helped and they are better for, having had the class with him. So
that's good. Clap.
Yes, because me and him. It's funny because we were just talking about this yesterday. I think was it yesterday or day before yesterday? This man, when I first met him, we'll just say it wasn't like he is now. Like he has grown so much in the past at least 2 years.
Oh, like so look at you uplifting a Black man.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the maybe that's because you know why? Because I'm a therapist. That's why. But
that ain't why.
he was misogynistic. He was homophobic. He was all of the phobics. He was all of it. And
but maybe that's proof that they just need somebody to give them that, that leg up, that push. They need somebody to uplift them in order to get to the places they need to be.
I do that, but then when I try to do that, it's not always received in the way that I am trying to do that.
Because
a
you
lot of
doing it,
people are.
you doing it the way that you will understand it. You're not doing it the way that they gonna understand it.
No, that's not true. A lot of people are, and this is the other thing me and D'Angelo was talking about, is that people are afraid of changing. And they know that when they get next to me, they have to change, because you can't be the same way and be in my space. So if you're not ready to change and you're not ready to be somebody different, then you're not going to be able to be next to me, or you're going to do what you're going to leave, or you're going to try to avoid, because you don't want to have to face what it is that's going on inside of you, because I bring that out of people all the time.
Really?
And not purposely, right? Not purposely, but
really?
that's what happens. I happen to be, especially since I know you, I know the soul of you.
Do you know I know you? You know I
ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the blackguards. I'm talking about the black men.
The black,
okay? Talking about the black men. I know the soul of you before you even tell me what that is. And a lot of times,
is that the truth though? That ain't
hell
always
yeah,
the truth,
it is.
No.
Man, listen, you know for sure, because anytime that I meet somebody that you bring me around, and I tell you exactly how that person is from the first time that I meet them.
That ain't
I
true.
know people. Listen, I know people.
That ain't true.
And when I
it
try
happens,
to
it happens sometimes, but that ain't always true.
Sometimes I don't tell you the truth because I want you to stay friends with these people. But sometimes I just keep my opinion to myself. However, I know people. I pick people out. If I get a vibe or whatever. But this is the thing: when I come up against black men who do not want to change and they're not ready to change, they feel like they can put me in this box and in this category of whatever because they're not ready. And that's fine. That's all fine and good. But then it gets to a point where I get tired of that shit and I'm, you ain't got to worry about me, homie. But the problem is my phone number been the same for the last 15 years. And anybody can just be like,
that's true.
What's up?
The last, it's been more than 15.
Oh, it's been almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what's up? And do.
And
right?
do. And will.
And do.
And will.
But here's the thing. Again, when they come back, they still ain't changed. They're still the same. They're still doing the same thing. And then now they have another reason to blame me for the reason why our relationship didn't work out. Even though you are the one that hasn't changed. But I'm up here. I'm evolving.
But partly the way that you used to be was the problem.
Yes. Because I was very adjusting and accommodating and I wanted people to like me. And now I don't give a fuck. You don't have to like me. You could hate me all day long. I want you to hate me. Matter of fact, I might do some stuff to make you hate me because
that's a problem. That's a problem right there. You need therapy.
I don't even care.
You need therapy.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
You need therapy.
Yes, you absolutely do know who I'm talking about because I still don't understand that situation, but whatever. We're not even going.
We ain't gonna talk about it no more. We passed that subject.
I try to uplift all the time. I try to be.
You are a bold-faced lie.
That's not
a bold-faced fibber.
Why I gotta be a fibber?
A fibber. You are a bold-faced fibber.
Why I'm a fibber? Why? Tell me why.
Because that's not what you be doing.
Yes,
you may think that that's what you be doing, but that's not what you be doing because the first thing you do is go negative. In situations that you be in, the first thing you do is go negative.
Give me an example.
It don't even just have to be with black men. It could be anything. It could be your health. It could be your situation. The first thing you do is go negative.
I am not doing that any longer. I used to do that.
As of today.
I used to be very negative.
As of today.
No.
As of today.
Before today. Matter of fact, since all this stuff been happening since July and I've been doing all this self-reflection and I've been doing all this therapy. You know what I'm saying? I've changed my outlook on life. I don't necessarily understand what this is about. However, I have changed. I've evolved. I am different. I see people differently. Okay, I'm gonna stop lying. I don't see people differently. I still, I still feel like, you know, but I do try to. I try to make people's life better. And this is funny because we was talking about, not we was talking about, but I was hearing, you know, I be hearing like all the videos and stuff. People be talking about how men are unhappy with women now because women don't do and women don't be and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I've always been that type of person. Like I've always been somebody to be helpful. I'm always been somebody to be loving and caring and compassionate and all the stuff, right?
That's the best part of you,
right? But then people use and manipulate and try to make me be something else, and then when you got to do that,
and then this is how you became the person that you are now.
No, because I you ain't got to tell me twice on me. And that's part of the problem with my dating life, because people don't understand. I don't stick around.
I don't got time for the bullshit. You got time for the bullshit?
I don't stick around. You don't have to tell me twice or 3 times. I might try a couple times, but after that 3rd time that we done did this.
Yeah, she ain't for everybody.
I'm not.
I'm not for everybody.
Not. But that's not fair, because I deserve love too. And people don't seem to be. You know what the problem is?
That you don't stick around.
Well, and because and because people don't have. I expect people to have the same level of love for me that I give to them. And just like I said, I understand.
But let me ask you this: is that a spoken expectation?
Nigga, you know how much I talk. Why would you think that it wasn't? Why do you think that it wasn't? Of course it is. That is all. But part of the problem is I don't get with people who know how to communicate. So then there's that.
Oh yeah. But these are the people that you attract because you be giving off therapy vibes.
You think my expectations are high?
Maybe, I think sometimes. Yeah. And some of them are unrealistic.
How's it unrealistic to expect a grown-ass man to be able to communicate?
Because you're not fucking with grown-ass men. Here's
the thing. And even if you're not able to, let somebody teach you how to do that.
You gonna be the one to teach them.
No, hell no.
Therapy. But
your therapist will.
But mind you, you said you can't expect a grown-ass. You're not grown-ass men. You're not grown-ass men.
Anybody over 30 is grown. You a grown-ass man. You are grown.
Who told you that?
The fact that your frontal lobe is fully developed at 30.
All right, but these is coming from men. These is coming from men that ain't never had to be grown because they mamas be coddling them.
Why?
That is real shit. That is real shit.
Listen.
These men ain't grown-ass men because they're just now learning how to be boys at 30. They just now learning how to do shit at 30 because they didn't have somebody taking care of shit their whole lives. They didn't have somebody doing shit for them their whole lives, taking care of their stuff, fixing their problems their whole lives.
They whole ass adults. That's what D'Angelo said. Whole ass adults.
Adults and grown-ass men ain't the same. It's not the same. It's nowhere near the same.
Okay, so you think that this is the problem? No male modeling. There's no men around to teach them how to be men.
Issue. That's partly the issue. They not well balanced. And a mom can't do the same things that a dad can.
I mean, that's very true. However, no, everybody don't have that option to be able to lean on the father of their children when they need something. They need that. Not too much. That's true. Not too much older than them. They
That's
don't really
true.
know what to do either.
That's
The mamas
true.
don't know what to do either. Especially
That's-
now in y'all generation. Oh my Jesus Lord.
That is true. However, these are choices that you niggas made.
Okay.
Confused.
But this is another what we was talking about the black men. Black men made the choice. They made the choice to not be involved in their children's lives. It don't have nothing to do.
It takes two
with
to tango.
the woman.
It takes two
I
to
don't believe
tango.
that.
It takes two to tango.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
It takes
Nope.
two to tango.
You are responsible for your own behavior, ma'am, sir. You are responsible.
However, women are also responsible for having children.
Yes. And they do accept that responsibility, and they do with the understanding that they may have to raise these children alone. This is another thing that had came up once before in one of them stupid ass podcasts. Women talking about how women that have children with men who say they don't want children are the problem.
Some of them.
Here's the thing that bothers me about that, because none of the
but
men.
you also can't say you don't want children and you hitting it wrong.
Number one, you can't say you don't want children and you not doing nothing to not have children. Number one. Number two, none of the men that I have had children with have said to me in the beginning, I don't want that baby.
Right.
I don't want no baby. Because I would have said to them, being the rational person that I am, then you need to make sure that you, as a matter of fact,
you said
most of them, I said that. If you do not want to be the father of my children, you do not need to have sex with me, period, because I'm fertile and I have children at the drop of a goddamn hat. Do not touch me.
You do. However,
you don't have sex with me.
There are things that have happened.
The things that have
happened
from the time
that you had a children to the time that the children's fathers have left, there are things that have happened and choices that have been made.
Only one of them left.
And choices everybody that have else, been made.
Everybody else. Pew.
Pew.
I'm out, my nigga.
And choices that have been made.
No. I am not.
You can't say that these is grown-ass men's.
But here's the thing.
Because they are not. They are adults.
He wasn't even a grown-ass man. He was only 19 years of age.
These is not grown-ass men's. They still not grown-ass men's.
Nigga, I wasn't grown either.
They still are getting cuddled by their mama.
This is why I say nobody should have children until they reach the age of 30.
The one that produced me especially is getting cuddled by their mama.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely does.
So these are not grown-ass men.
But then here's the thing. What do you do as a mother of a boy, of a young man, when there is no man around and your job is to nurture and protect him? That's exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah, which is not your fault. But however, the men in your life need to be better men. The men in your family need to be better men. That's just what it is.
Well, somebody needs to tell them that, because they think that they're great.
That's a fibber. A fibber. A fibber.
They think that they're great.
A fibber.
Like, yeah. They think that they are wonderful role models, and they think
and they don't just need to be better men to the men. They need to be better men to the girls in their family as well.
They need to be better men in general. Who's gonna groom them for that? Who? The men?
That's true. That's
the
true.
men. Men need to groom. Nick, see, here's again. We having this conversation amongst women, and there's only one man on here. This needs to be a conversation that men have with other men.
But men
barbershop conversations is only about.
Men think that it's gay to show their emotions.
Barbershop conversations is only about getting views and likes. It really needs to be.
Pussy.
Jesus. There really
Using
needs to
like
be
some pussy.
mentorship among men. Men need
Yeah,
to be
they
able
do.
to
They should be
tell
able to
other men
have,
in their
and they
space.
should be able to have a man to look up to, even if they are both adults. A man in their life that can guide them in situations like that. That's why some men be going to them church groups.
Okay, you know what? Let me say this. Men who have fathers in the home, who are absent fathers in the home, are worse fathers, in my experience, than men who didn't have fathers.
That's true.
Men who didn't have fathers are generally good fathers because they don't want to be like how their dad
Like their
was.
father, yeah. However, men just need to be better in general. Men just need to be better in general because you need to be an active father in your child's life. Period. From
Male
jump.
or female.
And if you know that your family member does not have that, you need to be
You need to step up and say
that
something.
person. Yeah, step up
There's
and say
only
something.
There's only a couple podcasts that I've seen where men were talking about how they don't deal with men who don't deal with their kids. They don't have friends who don't deal with their kids. They don't have friends who cheat on their wives because they know if you be like that to them, then how you gonna be to me? You ain't really gonna be a true homie if you doing all that to your family.
Right.
And not all a lot of men don't do that. They don't step up and say, "Hey, you can't be
I
cool. I can't be cool with you
right.
if you doing that."
Right.
Yes, there's a small percentage that are having these conversations, but they're still doing it for the notoriety. They're not doing it because they really want to help somebody. They're not doing it because they want to be mentors in the community and try to help the young men to be, it's interesting though, y'all generations men are trying to be better fathers than ours were.
Yeah, I be seeing that a lot.
I could say that. But there's still a lot of women who are staying in relationships just so they can have that, even though they're being treated horribly.
But you also do gotta realize that these men in my generation are also men that didn't have their fathers.
I mean, sure. And
whether their father was in the home or not.
And probably was treated horribly by their mama. Hey, they got another man. Too many fathers friends that ended up being, that shit is true. Lot of I don't think that, and I've never thought that women can't teach men to be good fathers. I think that women can't teach men to be men, but I don't think that women here's the problem that I had, because when I was raising my son, I got a lot of, he gonna be gay because he around all them girls. My issue was, okay, that's fine if he is, because what does that matter who he having sex with? I don't care. But that was the big thing, because you a woman, and how dare you as a woman, you have a lot to say, but not one time did you come and get my son.
Right.
Not one time did you say, hey, we want to spend time with him. Not one time did you give him a plane ticket so he can come and visit you. Not one time did you go play basketball with him. Not one time did you come and even talk to him or even call him on the phone and acknowledge the fact that he existed. Right. Not one time did you do that. But yet you talk about how he's around all these women and he's going to be this type of guy. And the thing that I always said was, what I'm going to teach my son is to not be that. Mm-hmm. Because my son is not that. My son goes and picks up his nephew. My son makes sure that he sees both of his nephews all the time. My son makes sure that he is an influence in their life, because, one of them has a daddy. The other one that don't. But he is a huge influence and a huge part of their life. They even got a handshake, and it makes me a little upset sometimes.
Yeah, they so cute. They so cute.
But that was the point that I was trying to make. It's like, I'm going to teach my son to be the man that is opposite of you. Right. And I was able to do that, even though,
but you shouldn't have had to, because the men in your life should have been better men.
And should. I'm saying that all day. And do. Yeah,
and
they
will.
should.
And when
But they think that they are
even the grandfather that D'Angelo is talking about need to be a better man.
You mean the grandfather who said that he finally had a grandson, even though he had one for 8 years?
Yeah.
Completely overlooked the fact that I had a son already. That was his first grandson. But then when Jamil was born, he finally got a grandson.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
And
what
he
is
just
a better
said
man?
that he finally got a great grandson, but he has one already.
Yes, he's 10 years old.
He has one already. He 10.
Or the fact
that, bro? that our sons are the same age.
I don't even understand. That's what early stage dementia looks like. But I'm saying none of them, even the ones who talk the most shit, ain't never stepped up to try to be a huge influence in my son's life.
And they still be talking shit, but you ain't calling them. You ain't coming to where he at. You ain't,
Yes,
that's true. That's true.
That's for real.
That's true. That's true.
For real.
Our sons are the same age. Our sons is 2 months apart. 2 months. 2. My son is 2 months older than his great uncle.
Oh, Jesus. So what is he going to be able to teach him?
Girl. I wonder if one day they gonna meet when they like 10 or something, and they gonna be like, "I'm your great uncle."
Forgot about our uncle. What she called him? Little man. Uncle Little Man.
Uncle Little Man. Boy, this life is this. I be thinking this life is a video game. This life can't be real.
This is the difficulty.
This is the
difficulty trying to uplift black men.
In the Matrix.
The 2 black men that was on here today, I can definitely vouch and say that those are some good blac men.
We need to uplift them niggas. Give them their flowers.
He wasn't a while ago, but he is now. He's a good dude.
But you gotta give people time to learn. That's what you don't be doing.
How much goddamn time? Nigga, how much time do you need? Especially when we talking about somebody who's in his 70s who still ain't shit.
Because nobody's telling him that shit is not okay.
Yes, there is. There is somebody. But that person who tells him that, he don't... Her tell him that.
You're a lie. Because you...
Her tell him that.
You...
Because I tried. I done tried several hundreds of times to get through to this man, and I decided I am not doing it no more.
You be too. I mean, a 70-year-old nigga. That's different. But somebody that's still trying to figure it out. 70-year-old nigga. He's stuck in his ways. But somebody that's still trying to figure it out, you need to give some people some time. And stop expecting things to go your way.
How much time?
The same time that you gave D'Angelo.
It took D'Angelo 2.5 years.
Growing into a man is process. It's a process.
It took him 2.5 years. My daddy. She talking about my daddy. Yes, I told him that several times. 2.5 years from me just telling him, hey, what you thinking is not okay. Let's think some other way. maybe let me suggest, maybe there's a different way to go about this. And it took for him to understand, because he fought me. He fought me hard.
Exactly.
A lot of times.
You can't do that when people are still fighting to be the person they've been.
It took for him to understand that in order for him to be in the space where we are, that he had to change. He couldn't stay the same way that he was and still be able to have the type of relationship that we have. that was not going to work. Like I said, the problem is a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to change. They are happy being stuck in the way that they live their life, and they want me to be around. That's why I end up being on the side, because they want me to be around, but they don't want to have the responsibility of being in my life for real.
Yeah.
That's their
And that's
problem,
why you
not mine. Yes. You don't get a lot of time to be doing that. But then again, how much time is required? Because one of them has been 20 years in the making, still doing the same ridiculous
it just depends on the
that he's
situation.
been doing for the past however many years.
Not every man
Still
is the
ain't
same.
going to therapy.
Not everybody is the same.
How many
It depends.
years? How many?
It depends.
How much time?
It depends on the situation. Not every man is the same, like I just said. It depends.
One of them I've been dealing what is it now? How old is Naya? 16 years.
It depends.
Still the same.
It depends.
Still the same.
It depends. Because them niggas you talking about.
I'm just saying, how much time do I have to give people?
It depends. It depends. And it depends on... It depends. It depends. It really does depend. Especially when you got, let's say you got this person, you telling them something, but then they also have their baby mama telling them something, their mother telling them something. It depends. It depends, because you are not the only influence. It depends.
Here's the thing.
Some men are cut from a different cloth.
When I am their influence or one of their influences, unless they are ready to accept what is me, they look at it as me trying to be controlling.
Because you kind of are.
I'm not trying to be controlling. I control me. You're not going to control me. And that's part of the problem too, because I don't like to be controlled. I don't like to be in a controlled environment.
Right.
Let's just say that. I don't like it. That makes me itch. Don't do that.
Makes you itch?
Yeah, it's funny because me and Khalid was talking about the other day about how she was talking about people cuddling, after sex. And this is just a weird topic, but people cuddling after sex, and I'm like, I don't.
I'm one of those.
You do not have to touch me. Like,
I'm one of those. Because you're fucking.
People think,
that's weird.
People think I'm weird because of that. But here's the thing: if I'm asleep, don't touch me. I don't want to be touched.
It's the connection
when I'm
though.
sleeping.
It's the connection though.
If right afterwards we talking and we hikiing and and then you cuddle and then I'm like, okay.
No, I couldn't.
I'm over here. You over there. I'm over here under my heavy blanket, and you can be over there. And then my on in the summertime and all of that. Like, I gotta have my stuff. You can't touch me.
I couldn't. That's weird to me. That's weird to me.
I can't sleep.
But that's weird to me. But you are also a person that for a long time you didn't say I love you. So that's normal for you. That's normal.
You know why?
Them connections you didn't have.
You know why though?
Because you grew up in a family that didn't do that.
But also because I'm really a man.
That's none of my business right there.
Not for real. I don't have a penis.
That's none of my business.
People will let you know I really don't have a penis. But I'm saying my masculine energy is higher than my feminine energy.
Because you had to. Because you had to.
Yeah, I grew up around a lot of men. And that's just what happened. I developed those sensibilities. I learned how to be a hunter. I learned how to be on the prowl. I learned how to have certain types of relationships from watching the men in my family.
But that's also because of something that you couldn't control.
Yeah, I couldn't control what influences I had.
And also that's not having the women in your family.
Yes, that's the other thing. I did not have a lot of feminine energy around me. However,
but all your family is pretty dudeish too. Honestly.
The women too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They are. They're very masculine. But the problem is because, again, they had to take care of people, well, except for one of them, but they had to be single moms and they had to do, get it out the mud type of stuff.
Right.
But that's part of the problem too, is because I match the masculine energy in my relationships.
That's weird.
And a lot of people don't. But the problem is I have the feminine energy too. And because I don't,
it's not
because
given.
I have, it is though, in my relationships. Given. Because I have the nurture.
It's not given. I'm so sorry, it's not given.
Because I have the nurturing spirit that I have, but also I'm very boss.
But you have the nurturing spirit, but you don't have, from my point of view, you don't have the sensitivity it takes sometimes.
That has nothing to do with my feminine side. That has to do with my Aries side. That's my astrological side. I'm gonna blame it on that. I don't have the patience for some people. I just don't. I don't have.
That's on you.
I don't. She said she was the balance. She's the Libra. She's the balance. Mm-hmm. I don't have the patience. But at the same time, I do. Like, I wait sometimes for people to get it together. And then when they finally don't.
It's not given. It's not given. Because you pick and choose when you want to. It's not given.
I'm not sensitive because I always have to be the one to take care of these people.
Yeah, but you also,
and for me,
because of that, you also are the one that hurts before getting hurt.
But for me, it's like, you're supposed to be a grown-ass man. My expectations of you is to take care of my family because you're a grown-ass man.
That's unrealistic.
And when I don't see...
That's unrealistic.
How's it unrealistic when that's supposed to be the job of the grown-ass man?
That's unrealistic for the people that you be fucking with. That's unrealistic. Because like I said, they're not grown-ass men. They grown-ass adults.
This is what happens. The masculine in me is the one that works. The person that I'm usually with is usually unemployed. So they usually end up being my house husband. Okay? And they always have a problem with the fact that they have to be in that role while I'm out doing and making the money. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to that, because they have this idea of what man is, right? Man is supposed to be, when I say man's supposed to take care of the house, then I'm wrong. But their idea of who a man is supposed to be the leader of the house, and the man is supposed to make the decisions, and the man is supposed to be the man. So nigga, be the man. And when I say be the man,
they're not men. They not. They are adults. They are not men. None of these niggas is men. They not men. They not.
So how's that?
They not. They not. I can tell you right now, none of the niggas in your life are men.
So how's that my fault?
It's not your fault. However, there are some energies that you give out that say, these are the people that I want.
It's not though. I don't want that. I want somebody, I want a companion. I want somebody who's going to be my partner. I want somebody who takes the load off of me. I know that I have a lot of responsibility and a lot of stress in my life. I want somebody who's going to be able to help me to deal with that. And I'm not talking about deal with my stress, because that's what I got my therapist for. I'm talking about when I come home, I shouldn't have to do everything. You should be able to help me do some things. And I'm not even talking about like housework. I'm talking about I shouldn't have to make a decision. Right? It should be, this is what we getting ready to eat. This is what we getting ready to do. This is where I'm getting ready to go. It shouldn't be, okay, so what we getting ready to do? And I got to make the decision. Mm-hmm. That's what you here for. You've been here all day. You had all day to think about this. Why is it that I got to come home and tell you what the fuck to do? Like, that's what I'm saying. And I can't never find nobody like that.
Right.
Because, and then it gets to the point where now everybody talking about how I'm so bossy. Now I'm bossy. Why I gotta be bossy? I'm bossy because you made me have to make all the decisions. You did not take any of that load, that mental load off of me at all.
Maybe that's something you should talk to your therapist about.
I already did. That's why I'm not with nobody now. Fuck these things. Nobody. Sick of this shit. Sick of it. I don't want to do it no more.
I mean, I don't think this life is real. Regardless, I think this shit is I think this shit is the Matrix GTA video game.
I mean, I guess so.
The way the world is right now is more like a GTA video game. That's just what it is. It's more like you could select your character.
But that's what people say. You can create your own reality. You can create your own. I'm just tired of the reality that I have been creating.
So change it.
All those people are a reflection of me. That's what people say. But I don't want to do it anymore.
Maybe they are a reflection of what you feel like you deserve on the inside.
No. More like a reflection of what I got.
From
what I'm comfortable with. What the men in my life look like. That is what I am comfortable with. I'm comfortable with those types of people. A lot of the men that I have married and been having and had children with are my daddy.
Trash as fuck.
I tried to fix my daddy, and that didn't work. So
yeah. Right. Right.
But you know, some people still come around Christmas time talking about they want their family back. You know,
Girl, let's pipe down.
We done almost gone 2 hours with this conversation because then nobody want to show up until the last minute. So that's why.
That's how it happens. Now we go overtime. It's a good conversation. A lot of people responding. A lot of people responded.
I think that how do we uplift Black men? Go to therapy.
Girl, that is not the answer. That is not the answer.
That is. Therapy is the answer to everything.
It's not. Acknowledge that in situations that there are things that you cannot change, regardless of how much you try.
What?
Acknowledge that there are things that you cannot change.
Support a positive narrative. That's how we can uplift Black men.
Period.
Where's that though? Okay, how about this? Let's meet halfway. If Black women support a positive narrative, then Black men got to step up to the role.
Period. It gotta be a two-person job.
It has to be. We can't just start talking positively about stuff that's still happening in this bullshit. It's trash. We gonna how you gonna have clean, good smelling trash? Like that don't even make no sense.
It happens. It happens sometimes.
That don't make no sense. No, nigga, because even if you get a vanilla scented trash bag, that shit still stinks. It still smells like trash. No.
Not if you spray with a little game.
Or some Febreze. But listen, they gonna have to step up. Black men need to step up. They need to start talking to each other. They need to start teaching each other what it is that they need to know.
And not only that, but also,
and you can't. You gotta watch it. You can't.
Also communicating that with your partners, the expectations and the expectations that you have for yourself.
Okay, but some people need to learn how to communicate in general.
That's true. That's absolutely the
because
truth.
Somebody's communication could look to another person as being negative, or somebody's communication could be to the other person as being controlling. So
that's why you gotta learn how to communicate to where somebody else can understand.
This is the thing that I was telling my client the other day. I told her that the type of communication that needs to be had.
Yes, D'Angelo. Yes. Vulnerability is.
That's exactly what it is. But guess who taught him that? Yes. Anyway, the type.
And did. And did.
The type of conversation that needs to be had is conversation, period. It doesn't matter what it is that you need to talk about. And the thing that I always say is people don't talk. They don't have honest conversations. And what I mean by honest conversations is not telling the truth, not telling what the reality is of the situation. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if in your head, you saying to yourself, this is the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life.
Say that then.
Say that outside of your mouth. Because that is an honest conversation. That is, yes, I absolutely do. I live in Sacramento now. Yes. Anyway, that is honest conversation. If whatever you have in communication with your partner and you saying to them, whatever it is that you're saying, because most of the time we have all these filters, right? We have the filter of how we were raised. We have the filter of all the things that we believe. We have a filter of what our friends and our family be saying. We have the filter of what our job, what happened in our job with the couple that live down the hall. And we have the filter of social media. And we also have the filter of now I don't want to hurt the person that I'm talking to. So all these things filter out the things that we really want to say. And if we really start having honest conversations with people, and it doesn't matter what it is, it's a lot of times, like I tell people, if you in the grocery store and you got something to say, why you don't just, and then people think that people like that are crazy. Like you tell somebody your whole life story in the grocery store because you need to get it out at that moment.
That's because you do. You do.
Me do what?
You just be saying shit that just be said.
Yes, because I'm honest. And when I could honestly say I am honest. Like I will tell you exactly, and I don't care about hurting your feelings, which is sometimes it's bad. But sometimes I don't care about hurting your feelings. I don't care because I need to tell you exactly what it is that I'm feeling. And if everybody had those types of conversations with each other, especially men having those conversations with other men, then maybe this world will be a better place. Because people are not honest. People tell the truth. People tell reality, right? Or for reality from their perspective, but nobody is honest. I don't like that orange shirt because it make you look fat. That is honest. Right? That is not. Girl. And I understand. It's not, you know, you don't have to necessarily say it like that, but being honest and having actual honest conversation, I think is how we are going to be able to get back how we need to be.
He said facts over feelings, but not everybody's facts is the same.
No, everybody's reality is not the same. Everybody's truth is not the same. However, your truth, if you tell somebody an honest version of how you feel, and then they tell you an honest version of how they feel, the thing that happens is you get it out, and it makes you feel better about what it is that you're feeling, especially if the person doesn't have to agree. And it's funny because I saw this video the other day that said, if you disagree with your partner, that is a form of gaslighting. I don't know if that's that far, but you can disagree, but you're supposed to validate their feelings. You're supposed to validate how they feel. So when you're having an honest conversation, yes, that hurt the shit out of me. That hurt my feelings so bad. But guess what? I can appreciate that you were honest.
Right. You're not supposed to agree. That's how I feel. You don't have to agree. You frozen. It's gone. It's over. What happened? What the hell happened?
The computer said it's time to go. Because I guess it's time.
I guess so.
Shut up talking.
The computer said it's always been 2 hours using up my battery.
Y'all niggas need to stop. That's what it said. It said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened was my phone died because I was using my hotspot. And my phone died. So there we go. All right, I guess that means we need to end the conversation because this what you call it? This internet is not gonna work out.
It's
you know
not
how much a 10G You know how much that costs? That's the reason why I don't have one. And this internet go out every single goddamn day in this office. And it's really starting to bother me. Okay. Anyway.
We'll see y'all later. And this was
we love y'all. We be back.
What's the issue, sis? Like, comment, subscribe.
We gonna try. We are going to try to be more consistent because I know that that's the only way to get our message out to the people.
The message that she hate people.
We gonna figure that out. And click like, subscribe to the sis issues on YouTube's, on the YouTubes and the Instagrams.
And Instagrams. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. That's what's the issue, sis. The issue is now I'm tired. Okay, it's time to go.
Yeah. It's time to go.
Right.
We love y'all and good night.
Wait, one more comment. Oh. Yeah, maybe so.
It's definitely geographic.
That's why I think I need to move.
Yeah, and that's probably where you're gonna find your men's when you move to Barcelona or something.
Barcelona was not. That's not as far as I was thinking. I was thinking more like Texas, but okay. Barcelona.
You know,
maybe I'll.
You know them. The cheetah girls found they love. The cheetah girl found they love in Barcelona. So that's the first place I thought about.
Cheetah sisters. Okay. All right, we finna go for real because this is. I mean, but this has been a really good conversation, and I hope people on YouTube watch it as long as it is because.
Right, please stay to the end. Please.
This is a lot. Maybe I should put a disclaimer. Please watch all the way to the end. I know it says 2 hours, but it really don't get good until after the first hour. So please watch it. Okay. And y'all need to tell your friends to show up on whatever Saturday we decide to come here.
We'll tell y'all on Friday.
Because we'll be busy. We got lives. We got kids and stuff.
All right, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.